Hey people, it is Tuesday, which means it is my time to come and teach you something. So with that being said, I'm just going to share an experience and a conversation that I recently had that made me think about a lesson that I've already taught. It's a lesson that I drive and drill into my clients, as well as it should be constantly reinforced. And so I'm going to teach it to you again. All right. And so I recently went on a date, or I guess you would call it a prospect. And I was asked, what is it that you want out of life, right? Which is pretty much, some people would think it is a really vague question, and I guess he was waiting on this really deep, long, drawn out explanation, but that's just not who I am. So I responded with my truth, which is I want everything that God has promised me, right? Which I think took him aback and kind of blew his mind, in which he then responded with, well, how do you plan on getting, everything that God promised you? And again, very simple, very matter of fact, I said, because again, it's my truth, is, well, because I am building, as well as I will continue to build the containers to receive it. Right? Which goes back to a lesson that I taught, several months ago about stop asking, praying, and waiting for the thing that you are not even prepared to receive. Right? And so what I'm talking about is most of us want abundance and wealth and prosperity and freedom and time and creativity and innovation and good relationships, right? But most of us won't put in the work ahead of time, because that's when the work is done, right? To build the container to receive that. And so I'm going to talk from a totally different aspect versus business today. And so if you're asking for a great relationship, a wonderful relationship, blah, 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 you have all these bullet points and all these checkpoints, my question to you is, have you built the container that is you, right? And so you can only attract that which you are, number one. Number two, if that person with all those check boxes stepped into your life right now, in this moment, could you even receive that kind of love and attention and time and energy? And could you come up to that level? That's a question. And what I'm saying to you is build the container that is you, right? And so this also directly relates to your business. You have to build it first, right? You're going to have to put some blood, sweat, tears, get your hands dirty, and build it first before the blessing, before prosperity, before abundance, before the relationship can be poured directly into you. Because here's what you don't want. What you don't want is to receive something that you've been praying and waiting and hoping to manifest and rain down from the sky like manna, and then you mess it all up. Why? Because you didn't build the container. And so here's the other thing about the container, and then I'm going to let you go. When you build the container, right? Sometimes we build the container too small, right? Sometimes we build the container and it looks really good on the outside, but when we pour something into it, it has all these holes in it. So not only do you have to know how to build the container, you have to know how to go back and maintain the container, as well as expand the container. All right? So that's it. My question to you is, I want you to create, it's not even a question, I'm sorry. I want you to create the container for prosperity. I want you to create the container for the relationship that you say you want. I want you to create the container for the vision of your entire life. So, if you have questions, if you want to DM me, you can drop some comments below. I always try to respond. I also respond to DMs, as well as I have included a link up at the top to join my Facebook group, Purposeful and Prosperous Women. If you have any questions, again, just feel free to contact me. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.